Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
Hi YouTube, I'm Chris Pirillo, and this is your Geek Out for Thursday, May 31st, 2012. If you work in IT and you know how complicated it can be to manage all those computers, whether they're desktops and servers, remotely, Citrix has got a tool just for you. Head over to gotoassist.com, click the Try It Free button, and use the promo code Pirillo. The alarming confessions of a Pharmageek. I never would have imagined we would have pharmacists wanting to blog on lockergnome.com. I guess it takes all types. I've interacted with pharmacists. They seem normal. I remember meeting a pharmacist's daughter in preschool, and I seem to recall a time that she picked her nose and ate a booger. That has nothing to do with the story that we're sharing. It's just that I don't know that much about pharmacists or pharmacies or the therapeutic effects of eating one's own boogers. Zombie apocalypse. Should you be concerned? Apparently my zombie impression yesterday scared a few of you. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to, you know, whatever it is that I did. The article that we've put together could help prepare you in case there was a zombie apocalypse. I can't really imagine why you would be concerned about something that's probably never going to happen ever at all. Zombies aren't real. Guys, gals, wake up. No one's going to eat your brains. I don't even know how tasty they are. I mean, if you'd offer them to me, I'd probably try them. I'd try anything once. How loud is too loud? Some would say I am, no matter what the volume of my voice happens to be. So you may be destroying your ears. Well, not the outer ear, the inner ear. If you're listening to something and it's just... So how loud is too loud? The general threshold of sound perception is about 10 decibels. About 1/3 the ambient sounds of a cozy living room or closet. At 40 decibels, you're experiencing sound at the level of a library or a quiet backyard at night. So apparently you start risking hearing loss when you hit around the 90 decibel range, which is the average for any one of our geek outs. Painful decisions. Should I cheat? Cheaters never prosper. I mean, really, you might get ahead as far as other people are concerned, but you're cheating nobody but yourself. I know that you're probably going to cheat on one thing or another and take a shortcut, but really, what are you doing? Do you cheat? And if so, would you ever admit it? How to solve Dropbox problems syncing. We had an issue the other day with one of the vlogs that we were preparing to stage and upload. Matt Ryan had a problem getting the full file. It kept showing up as 0. And obviously it was a file that ranged in the gigabytes in size. So he stepped through a couple of troubleshooting processes and ended up fixing the issue. You could rename a folder. You could clear the Dropbox cache. There are many things you could do to get over the hump of Dropbox syncing. Unless you don't want to get over the hump and you want to stay on the hump. Maybe you're syncing humps, I don't know. 10 simple steps to operating Microsoft's system preparation tool. CIS Prep was developed by Microsoft to make it easier for IT departments to prepare machines for cloned images of Windows. So if you're an average Windows user, you're probably not going to need to pay attention to this. But we had the question yesterday, someone asking, hey, how do I get started with IT? So we're going to see about putting more IT-related content into LockerGnome. Hopefully there are a few other people who want to take that career path in our community. Cricket became the first prepaid US carrier to offer the iPhone on a $55 a month unlimited plan starting June 22nd. Now, when these carriers say unlimited, yeah, unlimited-ish, because right around the 2 gigabyte threshold, that's when they start imposing those throttles so that the speed isn't as, well, fast as it was in the beginning. Yeah, unlimited slowness, potentially, but hey, at least it's a prepaid iPhone, if that interests you. Did you even know Cricket was a carrier? Pew suggests that 8% of US online adults now use Twitter daily. I am one of those adults. My dad uses Twitter, I would say, at least once a week. Diana, who just got on Twitter, she almost has, 2,000 followers now? Tweet that! Google Translate now allows website owners and visitors to edit translations. Well, it's about time. But please, don't do that if you don't know the language that you're interpreting. That would be a mistake. Poo-poo, pee-pee, caca. RIAA accuses Google of not doing enough to fight piracy. Let me get this straight. You gouge consumers. You keep releasing special editions and upgraded editions and remasters, and they don't really sound any different. You keep changing formats on us, and you keep making it expensive and difficult to get to the music we want to get to. We don't want to mess with DRM, and yet it's Google's problem. From Reuters, Congress to look at the future of internet control. Oh, U.S. government, when are you going to understand that control is just an illusion? What do you think? We're living in like 1792 or something? No, we must control everything that comes out. Freedom of the press, so long as we control it. I don't want to step into conspiracy theory territory, but I'm sorry. Control ain't gonna happen. You can guide it. You can monitor it. You can even glean data from it. But controlling? Come on, dude. We are not your puppets. Windows 8 release preview is available right now. You can download it, install it on a computer or in a virtual machine. They haven't really changed much, except Microsoft has apparently made it next to impossible to impose any of those start menu hacks that many of you have tried to apply to the experience that you were used to in Windows. I hate to tell you, but you're going to have a mix of the new desktop and the Metro experience and the classic desktop, which is now formerly known as Aero. Windows 8 doesn't know what it wants to be yet. Does it want to be the classic desktop, or does it want to be a touch-controlled experience? It's giving you both of them at the same time, and that's just not fun. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Andrew Comiak on email asked, do you prefer the Kindle Fire or the BlackBerry PlayBook? I've never seen a BlackBerry PlayBook in real life. I did purchase a Kindle Fire. I don't know if I have a preference. One of them is being used and is the most popular Android-ish tablet on the marketplace, and the other one, I don't think anybody would ever admit to owning or using or seeing. Shinzery on YouTube asked, hey Chris, are you still doing live shows? Those were awesome. We are still doing live shows when the time is right. We're not doing them every single day because we found, despite what everybody says, that statistics would trail off after the shows were live. So watch out for special events, announcements, interesting industry turns. Otherwise, it's just going to be this. Jungaar on YouTube asked, what's your favorite e-reader and why? Do you know anything other than the Kindle DX that has a 9-inch screen? I really want to buy an e-reader, but feel like I'm low on options. You're already naming a product. Do you want to get the Kindle DX? Get it! I mean, you're going to look for a substitution and ultimately be disappointed. You name the product. That's what you want. If it's too expensive for you, sell some stuff around the house. As long as it's your stuff. Don't go selling someone else's stuff. That's just wrong. Andrew Butler on Twitter asked, do you have more Lego stuff than electronics, not counting all your minifigs? Probably. I have a handful of electronics, but, after you stop using the electronic, it's worthless. A lot of people collect stuff, but wouldn't you rather collect something other than, like, an object that is going to lose its value after you buy it? I'm not going to show you this particular object because I might offend the company by, I guess, calling their object worthless. It isn't worthless. I do use it every so often, but it's just not pretty to look at. Honestly, if you collect electronics, you're probably in the wrong business. Arctic Demon AD on YouTube asked, Chris, out of your experience from using OS X, Windows, and Linux, what are the advantages and disadvantages of each? The advantage of each is that you learn a lot about each one, their shortcomings and their drawbacks. The disadvantages of not using all three operating systems is that you have no idea what you're talking about. Now, where you might be experienced more in one operating system than another, wouldn't it be better to have a more balanced approach with the operating systems? Joseph L. Tech on LockerGnome.net asked, what is your best DIY project? DIY, short for do-it-yourself. I created a paper airplane once. Data on LockerGnome.net asked, how do I prevent a PDF from being sent to others? You don't give it to them in the first place. James Roper93 on Twitter asked, hey man, do you know any cheap and easy way to make your own iOS apps without them being full of adverts? Download Xcode and compile one? Troy Rudder on LockerGnome.net asked, what Mac optical drive should I get when a new MacBook arrives? I've had that LG unit for quite a while. It reads both Blu-ray and HD DVD discs. Connects by way of USB as well as FireWire 800, and I don't think Apple is going to be abandoning that yet. I don't know if there are any optical drives that support Thunderbolt, but you may want to check into them. Oh great, now the RIAA is out here to get royalties for all the cassette tapes I traded back in the 80s. We'll see you later. The draconian systems that you've put in place. Maybe if you just step back and made it easier to listen to the music we want to listen to, we'll pay you money.